What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another ratings review. As you might notice, I'm actually in a whole new setup. I just moved today. I was like mid-move last night. Surprised no one noticed. I was missing a bed, so that's what's up with the background behind me. Definitely gonna have to, get the bubbles back. Hopefully add some other things, make it a bit cooler. But today, guys, we're looking at the top 10 rated defensemen in NHL 21. Obviously, goalies came out yesterday. Make sure you take a look at that video if you missed it. Also, leave a like if you enjoy these ratings reviews. So, top 10 rated defensemen in NHL 21. I said how the goalies, I was a lot more lenient because I think it's a lot tougher to judge a goalie. It's just not, as black and white, a lot more gray area. I don't think the same goes for the skaters. And looking at the top 10 defensemen here, I'm not really sure what EA's thinking. Okay, so we'll start off at number 1. You got Victor Headman. When I initially saw that, I thought, okay, that makes sense. I said last video how Victor Headman better be the number 1 defenseman, but then I noticed he's actually tied with John Carlson and Drew Doughty. So we'll start off with John Carlson at 2. Same rating as Headman, so technically I don't really care who's 91.4, 0.3, 0.2. All three of them are 91 overall. That makes no sense to me. Headman's the best defenseman there by far, and the other two I don't even think are in the top 3, to be honest. Headman should be at 92, if not a 93. He is without a doubt the number 1 defenseman in the NHL. I feel like he really showed that these playoffs. That's why he won the Conn Smythe. So at least 92, if not 93 for Headman. Carlson 91. You could argue for sure is better offensively than Headman, but not even close defensively. Headman is the all-around package. So Carlson, for me, should be no higher than a 90, and I think even a 90 is pretty high. I'm pretty sure NHL 20, they have like a 92, which is a bit ridiculous. Then Drew Doughty at number 3. This one...
You serious?
Drew Doughty's definitely, come down the past few years. For some reason, whoever's doing the ratings at EA just doesn't realize that or just doesn't want to admit that. Doughty was a 91 like 5 years ago. Now, at best, I'd say he's like an 88, and that's at best. I think a lot of people would say, he's even an 85. I think 86 to 88 would be fair for Doughty. 88 a bit on the high end, 86 on the low. So maybe 87 for Doughty. Definitely not a 91, and definitely not tied Victor Headman. I can see why Carlson's so high rated. His offensive stats are that good, but Doughty is just inexcusable in my opinion. Especially too when you have at number 4 Roman Yossi, 90 overall, the Norris Trophy winner. He's a better defenseman than Doughty. Like, if you had to trade for Roman Yossi, you'd have to trade an elite forward. I'm not sure really who that would be, but honestly, the guy that came to mind was Steven Stamkos, like a Stammer for Yossi kind of trade. Drew Doughty, they're not trading for Steven Stamkos. Like, Drew Doughty, too, with his contract, makes it a lot tougher, but just player for player, Yossi's better than Doughty, so I don't like this one at all. Yossi, I think, is very good. He should actually be a 91. I think that would be fair. Like, if you had Headman 92, then Yossi 91, Carlson 90, John Carlson, and then Doughty even an 88. Pietrangelo at number 5, 90 overall. I don't mind that. I think that's actually around where Pietrangelo should be. That's probably the best one here, to be honest. Number 6, Erik Carlson, 89 overall. Carlson's definitely tougher to judge because he's been, a bit injured the last couple years. Hasn't been as good on the Sharks, but I still think he's an elite defensive for sure. Definitely top 10. Some people are saying he shouldn't have been in the top 10 list. I don't agree with that at all. Like, you look at his numbers, you look how he plays. He's still a top 10 defenseman in this league, without a doubt. Number 7, you have Shay Weber. This one's kind of tough for me. And the other guy who's actually had some injuries. I think 88 might be a little bit higher for Weber. Probably 87 is a bit more fair, but definitely getting a little bit nitpicky with that one, though. Close to number 8, also an 88. Carlson's actually the low at 89, I just noticed. I don't think that's too bad of a rating for Letang. I'd probably have him 87 or 88. Definitely, not as much of a horse as he used to be, but still a good defenseman in this league. Tied at 88 there, you have Brent Burns, number 9. Burns is definitely, slowed down a bit, but still has, some pretty decent offensive production. Similar to Carlson, doesn't have the greatest defensive game, but I think Burns at 88 definitely isn't as bad as Carlson at 91. I think Carlson should be like a 90. Brent Burns maybe more like an 87. Carlson honestly could even be like an 89, to be honest with you. And then number 10, Zac Rowenski, 87 overall. So I'm a big fan of Rowenski, you guys know that. I've met him a couple times, played for Michigan, big fan, but I don't think he's the 10th best defenseman in the NHL. I feel like his teammate, his D partner in Seth Jones, is a bit better than Zac Rowenski, simply because he's got the better defensive game. So if Rowenski's 87, I feel like Seth Jones needs to be at least 88. He's not even on this list, so that means Jones is no higher than 87, which is a bit ridiculous in my opinion. I would take him over Burns, Letang, Weber, maybe Carlson, Pietrangelo, Yossi. Like, that's the territory he's in, 89 to 90. Being only 87 max is a bit ridiculous. Another guy I feel like could definitely be on this list is Shay Theodore. He's proven that he is a number 1 defenseman. That trade or whatever the Ducks made with the Vegas Golden Knights, proven not to be the greatest, but Theodore is an 87. Tyler Rowenski, I don't think that's too bad. Also, guys, I feel like there's a couple of Carolina Hurricanes defensemen that can make a case to be in this top 10 list as well. Dougie Hamilton as well as Jacob Slavin. Hamilton definitely more offensive, Slavin a lot more defensive. I think Slavin's one of the best defensive defensemen in the NHL. Hamilton, very good offensively. So I'm hoping both those guys are at least 87 overall again. Tyler Rowenski, I'm guessing there's going to be like just a bunch of them at that rating. And they probably chose Rowenski because he plays the game a lot, does a lot of stuff. He was at, the event in New York last year. But those two guys, I mean, Hamilton, Slavin, they could both be 88s, and I think that'd be pretty fair for them. So just another couple guys I think could definitely be on this list. I feel like they could just do so much better. My top three, like I mentioned, Headman 92. I think Yossi 91, probably go Pietrangelo at 90. And then honestly, I think I have both Carlsons 89, John and Eric, Weber, Letang, Burns, they're all like 87s. Tyler Rowenski, I have Jones pushing 88, 89, Theodore 87, 88. So the big one here, the one I was talking about, is Drew Doughty, number 3. And not just number 3, like if you actually look at the rating, tied for best defenseman in the NHL. That's just not the case, and I don't know why that's now the case in NHL 21. It kind of annoys me. So hopefully they do a bit better here. Moving on to forwards, I'm guessing it'll be either left wingers or right wingers tomorrow. I'll have to wait and see. Also, too, I think they're actually releasing some franchise stuff, so we'll probably have 2 videos out to tomorrow. One ranking whatever top 10 wingers are released, as well as another one on the franchise stuff. As well, guys, I'm actually going to be streaming my reaction to the draft tomorrow live here on YouTube, so make sure to come check that out. Basically, just going to give you my thoughts on Detroit's pick at 4. Hopefully some crazy trades go down, stuff like that. Should be a lot of fun, so stay tuned for those 2 videos. Stay tuned for the stream. Lots of good stuff to look forward to here. And as always, guys, if you did enjoy this one, leave a thumbs up. Haven't subscribed yet, please do that. Thank you guys as always for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.